Hi friends! Welcome back to Kids Time. I'm Rebekah, the Children, Youth, and Family Director at St. Paul Lutheran Church. It's so good to see you here again this week, and welcome to the playground right here at St. Paul. Right now, I'm closing my eyes and imagining that you're here right up front with me. Can you close your eyes and imagine that you're here too? This week, we have our last Easter story. Remember when we learned that Easter is more than just one day? It's 50 days. Well, our 50 days are coming to a close, and today is the very last Sunday of Easter. So let's read our last Easter story together. If you have a Spark Bible, I'd invite you to pause this video and go and grab it so that you can follow along. You can find our story this week on page 498, way in the back of the book. So let's read the story together. This story is called The Ascension. After Jesus died and rose again, he and his disciples got together near Jerusalem. Jesus had some instructions for them. As you know, God is doing amazing things in the world, he said, and your help is needed. We need you to go tell stories about me. Tell your friends and your family and everyone you meet what you've learned by following me. Be my witnesses in the world. Then, suddenly, Jesus was rising up in the air. What was going on? He was being lifted up into a cloud. Jesus' friends looked around. 2 men in white robes had joined them. The men said, "Why are you just standing around and looking up toward heaven? Don't worry. Jesus will come back someday." "Right," said one of Jesus' disciples. "Meanwhile, we have some work to do. Let's get going." Ugh! I feel like I've been waiting and waiting and waiting forever. What do you mean, what am I waiting for? Jesus, of course. Don't you remember in our story today? Jesus said he was coming back. And I figure since it's been like 2,000 years since that story happened and he went up to heaven, that he's got to be coming back any minute now. Aren't you waiting? Okay, well, I guess he's not coming back this very minute. But now that I think about it, I've actually been seeing Jesus around a lot lately. No, not like Jesus with a body and everything. I've been seeing Jesus' spirit. Have you been seeing signs of Jesus' spirit around lately? Maybe we should put on our God goggles. They might help us see better. What? You've never heard of God goggles? Well, they're kind of like a thinking cap. You know, you put it on to help you think better. But these are God goggles, and they help us see Jesus' spirit better. Let me show you how to put them on. First, you want to make OK signs with your fingers. Put your pointer finger and your thumb together to make a circle. Then, put your fingerprints, this side of your fingers, on your jaw. And finally, look through the circles you've made with your fingers. You've got your God goggles on. Whoa, you look amazing. Now, it might take a little practice to get your God goggles on, but you've got some time to practice. So right now, I'm here at church. And if I put my God goggles on, whoa, I can see Jesus' spirit here because this is a special building that we use for worship. But we don't just see Jesus' spirit here at church. In fact, yesterday, I saw Jesus' spirit twice when I went for a walk with my dogs. The first time I saw Jesus' spirit was when my dogs were playing with each other. They're so cute, and they brought this huge smile to my face, and I felt Jesus' spirit there in that joy. And then, a little bit later, I was walking along and I noticed these amazing flowers blooming on the trail. And I felt Jesus' spirit there because of how beautiful God's creation is. Can you pause this video and ask someone in your family where they've seen Jesus' spirit lately? If they can't think of anywhere they've seen Jesus' spirit, maybe you can teach them how to put their God goggles on. So our story this week is the last story about Jesus after he is raised from the dead. It's not the last story because Jesus dies again. No, Jesus is raised up into heaven. Another way to say that is that Jesus ascended into heaven. Can you say that big word with me? Ascended. It means raised up. So Jesus ascended to heaven, and he made us one final promise, that he would come back again someday. Now, Jesus didn't say when he was coming back, so there's no use just standing around and waiting like I was earlier. Just like the disciples in our story today said when they saw Jesus being raised up, they said, "We've got some work to do." So as we wait for Jesus to come back, it's our job to help make the world a better place. What kind of world would you want to welcome Jesus back into? How can you be a part of making the world a better place? This week, talk with your family about how you can all be a part of making the world a better place as we wait for Jesus to come back. Thank you so much for tuning in to Kids Time this week. This Wednesday is our last Grow gathering, since the school year is ending soon and summer is about to start. Kindergarten through 5th graders are invited to join us one last time this Wednesday at 5:30. If you don't have the link already, connect with your pastor or your children's ministry coordinator to find the link. Bye, everybody, and don't forget to try on your God goggles again sometime this week.